6:00, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna open our October budget workshop meeting.
Y'all mind?
It's incredibly packed here tonight, so. Okay, does everybody have their tentative budgets?
Yes.
Okay. For the most part, none of the revenue line items have changed. A couple went down based off the operating statement. And a couple went up. We showed more summer camp receipts this year. So that's a hit and miss item, so it's kind of a guessing game with that. So you gotta take an average, because you don't know how many kids are gonna actually sign up, how many kids are not.
I think 51,000 was the actual you put in for
48, yeah, or 46.
46,
Yep.
yeah, so that's kind of close.
Because you're averaging, your average is way off, and I think last year we cannot take that average as an accurate average. Yes, there was a different camp
Yeah,
director.
first time, yeah, first
Yes.
time, so, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Want a ruler?
No, I brought this.
You want a ruler? It is $101.
Pretty much everything else stayed same.
Church recovery.
State aid, tax. I figured a little bit lower because that's been varying the last. We're about $10,000 lower.
Yeah,
Baseball fees, special rec facility charges, baseball fees went up.
Correct, based off the operating statement, what we've collected.
So that went up, you mean?
Yeah.
These are
Okay.
our revenues. yeah.
what's the year to date on that?
To date. Revenue. Let's see here. All right, baseball and softball fees were at $24.50.
Got it at 23, so it's pretty good.
That's a crapshoot as well on what,
How many kids?
that's
we're
an
gonna
estimated
get, yeah.
game, yes. Yep.
And then, yeah, then the next thing was the interest rates, youth service.
Planning board fees went up to 1,000 from 500 to 1,000.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
that?
So many
That's-
places, people are coming through the planning board,
Correct.
making more money.
And that probably is a low estimate, but we can't rely on it being higher. Who
Right.
knows what the economy's gonna do? Who knows what the housing market's gonna do? So I think that's a safe increase. Anything above that just gives us a little buffer.
Interest and earnings?
Any interest we get on like our fund balance accounts, any of our accounts that we have.
So you've got it's going up 1,000.
Yep.
But interest rates are down.
Well, they're not really down. They're still up, but we have more money now.
Yeah. We have.
So as we get more money, you're obviously gonna make more off the interest.
Okay.
That's why I only increased it 1,000.
Mhm. Rental of real property,
That would be like the community center and stuff. That's
I figured.
getting rented left and right, so
And are the rates gonna go up? Remember,
that's gonna be something we'll have to discuss in January.
I remember we talked about that for especially non-residents or something, yeah.
I believe we're at 50 and 100 now. I mean,
It's cheap.
it is. The license stay the same.
Insurance recoveries
Yeah,
went
recoveries.
way down. I don't know what insurance recoveries are.
Anything as far as claims and stuff like that.
Claims that we make, the town makes against insurance or?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like a workman's comp case, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Isn't
No,
the,
no.
Like a workman's-
Reimbursement.
isn't the year to date currently like 16,000?
We haven't, see, you gotta take into account too, we have 2 months left and usually a majority of the stuff gets paid back at the end of the year. That's the same with the fines, have kind of stayed the same. and the bail forfeits and all that, because it's a crapshoot of what's gonna happen come November. So if you see in the previous years, for the most part, except with the exception of a little bit of increase last year, they stayed pretty flat as far as our revenue estimates.
What about gifts and donations? It's got 1,000
Give
on
me,
it.
give me okay, right here, yep.
Those are just hard to estimate because they're gifts and donations of like,
Yeah.
you know, somebody gives
Yeah.
us money, like we can't.
But it says that, so in 2025, it says 500.
Yep, that's what we estimated.
That's what we estimated, but the real figure was,
Yeah, but we can't guarantee that that's gonna be the real figure in the coming years.
I mean,
I got you.
we don't wanna say that like, oh, we're gonna get $10,000 worth
Okay.
of donation, you know what I mean?
And
That's
then-
like one of the ones that you
so,
don't know.
right, but on here, it's more accurate. Okay, got it.
So
Whatever.
say we put
Then we got
$10,000 in there and we only get $5,000 in donation, but
Yeah.
we spend that extra 7,000 somewhere else in our budget, we're gonna be minus.
Yeah,
That's why the revenues kind of stay, for the most part, flat. Cause they're estimates.
State aid mortgage tax
management.
management, MTG, what's
3005,
Mortgage tax,
third up.
the 3005,
Yeah,
yeah,
so why did it decrease?
once again, we don't know what's gonna happen.
But it was 50,000 last year.
Yeah, if you look, what was the number 3?
3005.
Yes, so we, year-to-date amounts 35. So we're under the 50, we're under the 50.
$10,000 more than we're
Right.
not gonna get, you know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
don't wanna plan on having that.
So that was
$10,000.
decreased off our operating statement.
Okay.
Yeah. Now into our funds. The town board, pay stayed the same, we had a $1,500 increase on the contractual, which would be your class, anybody's classes that they go to. Anything like that, so we increased that because we went a little over last year. Justice's, pay, we have an increase of $2,000 to that.
was that $1,000 each?
It's actually, it's a, pay increase for the two justices, yes.
Mhm.
So
Their equipment line items stayed at 0, their contractual went up $1,000. Training costs have increased. So that adjustment was made.
And does that include that, the public, what is she, public persecutor?
Prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
That comes out of
Prosecutor.
contract. Yes.
That's her
That's
too, right?
contract, yes. Yep. Supervisors, pay, that would consist of Amanda and Krina. That has an increase of 6. Supervisor equipment stayed the same, supervisors contractual stayed the same. Independent auditing stayed the same. Tax collector, increase of $800. That was an adjustment for last year because we gave her a pay increase in January, so we had to adjust to her new salary.
Mhm.
Tax collectors, contractual stayed the same. The budget PS decreased by $1,000 because that was a adjustment from last year. It was $1,000 less than what was on the budget. Assessor's salary, that had been increased to 16,000. That was an adjustment to the added secretary time. And the increase in Sarah's pay.
So that's huge. That's a huge increase.
Yep.
So can you tell us the breakdown of that? Like, what did the secretarial increase? What is that?
Her hours, she's an hourly employee,
Right, and she
so her
worked,
hours were increased, but then you also had the increase that we gave Sarah in January that had to make up that difference.
and so do we know what Sarah's salary is and what Linda's hourly is?
I don't have that sheet with me right here. It's with. You just grab me that one time. Good, no, it's not on there. Oh, wait a minute, I do, hang on. Stand by. I think this is the updated list. So Linda is 22 an hour. And the assessor is 39,000.
39. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Oh, 30.
I thought it was, okay. And so Linda's hours vary?
yes,
Okay.
it depends on the time of the year too.
Mhm.
Assessor's equipment stayed the same, assessor's contractual. Went up based off of operating statement, and their training. Sarah's going to more and more stuff. Beneficial to us, that's for sure. Town clerk's salaries went up 2,000.
And
Town,
is that both
yes,
Madeline and-
deputy and yes. Salaries completely.
And
So,
Madeline, you're okay with the increase? Remember, that was an issue last year.
I was just gonna make a
comment.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah. I went out on a limb for you.
Okay.
yeah.
So what's Judy's hourly going up to?
That's something we're gonna decide in January. Yeah, that gets decided at the reorganizational meeting, so. It's just a rough fixture. It would probably be $1 an hour, usually is what it is. Madeline takes her salary and then the leftover is what she determines what hours Judy can work, so. I am
Normally
correct
I
on
like
that.
12 hours a month
Yeah.
that she can
Mhm.
do.
So. Town clerk's equipment line item stayed the same. The contractual went up $900 based on software upgrades, audit increase. And all the online stuff that she has to manage now. Attorney contractual stayed the same, engineering stayed the same, election stayed the same. Building services stayed the same at 53. Building contractual stayed the same.
So building services is a salary for,
The building salaries, is that what you're talking, 1620.1?
Mhm.
That consists of Brenda and that consists of Rich.
oh, yeah, I was wondering where Rich was.
Buildings contractual stayed the same. Central print and mail stayed the same, or went up $500. Mail's increasing,
Everything's increasing.
yeah. Data processing equipment stayed the same at 2. Data processing contractual increased by $1,000. Unallocated insurance, so approximate estimate, because our renewals are usually in April. So we increased that by $5,000. That
What,
consists of like our property insurance or rental insurance, all,
It always goes up.
yeah, it never comes down.
It never comes
That's
down,
for
it always goes up.
that's high, isn't it? Does that include the beach?
That includes everything.
Everything.
Yeah, it's high.
It's one of our
Actually,
biggest-
that's kind of low. For
Or-
everything that we own and everything, and the risk with the beach and everything.
Okay.
That's pretty good, I think. Dues stayed the same. Contingency account stayed the same at 30. Police salary went up $5,000.
Are we down one police person?
There's not a
Set
set number,
Right,
That we
but,
have.
but Mike left,
but Brian came on.
okay,
However, we did lose earlier, we lost,
Also that other guy too, yeah.
yeah, I forget what his name is.
Alpay?
Yes,
Yeah.
we lost Alpay.
But we still have enough to cover the scheduled
He's not-
shifts.
Well, they scheduled their shift
Yeah, yeah,
off of what
yeah,
their
yeah.
salary, what their dollar amount is.
We're not in
so-
need of a police officer though.
right, but we are in reality down one person
Correct.
from what we were, yeah.
Originally, there was 12 officers.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
But, police equipment stayed the same. The contractual stayed the same. Traffic control stayed the same. Dog control, salary stayed the same. Dog control contractual stayed the same. Safety inspection salary, that would be Eddie, stayed the same. Safety inspection contractuals stayed the same. Vital signs contractual stayed the same. Highway, super, salaries, which consists of Carl and Karen, increase of $5,000.
Is Karen full-time?
No,
No.
she's part-time.
She's just there whenever I go there.
Highway contractual stayed the same. Brush and weeds, salary stayed the same.
What are brush and weed salaries?
Okay, so if they do brush and weeds,
Yeah,
their hourly stuff comes out of that line item.
Mowing of
It's
the
broken
roads.
down.
and not their other duties?
Correct.
Oh.
They break it down in each job titles.
Okay.
Sidewalks, we increased to 30. Because we're gonna have some repairs.
When we hired the guy to do the mowing and the extra work, working for the town board and for the highway,
Correct.
isn't some of his salary coming out of that?
He's not.
I
It's
thought
still
we-
coming, it's still coming out of that same line item because the highway cannot have another laborer,
Okay,
so.
So sidewalks jumped from
So we just.
2,500 to 4,000 to 30,000.
We just had the sidewalk study done.
Yep, we had the sidewalk study and we're gonna have to pay for it somewhere if we cannot get a grant to pay for it. We
Okay,
gotta start
Yeah.
making some of these repairs
right.
because they've
but
been
that,
recognized,
that total was 47.
correct,
yeah.
but
Can't
You don't
make
want
them
to,
we're
you
not-
don't want to put 47?
you're not gonna get
We
47.
we can't exceed the.
I haven't got-
By 2% and this is already over, right? Like right
No.
now.
Correct,
It's over?
yes.
Yeah.
How much?
Let me
We'll
finish
get
through here
there.
and then I'll get there.
Okay,
Alright. Social security is zeroed for admins. Veterans contractual, which would be the stipend that we give to the American Legion of VFW, stayed at 4. Programs for the aging contractual is $1,000. Rec director salary stayed at $11,000. There's no longer an assistant rec director.
mhm.
The beach director salary increased by $1,000. Parks stayed the same, contractual, $4,000. Rec summer camp salary, that would be for the director and the assistant director, which we added the assistant director this year. So that has an increase of $5,000. That's a correction after we added that assistant director. So it'd be a correction off of last year's. Summer camp salaries are increased by $5,000. If we get more campers, we're gonna have to have more. Yep,
Mhm.
that one's never gonna go down, I don't think.
Yeah, we need X amount, yeah. We, depending on how many kids we have there, we need one.
Depends on how many
also.
people you gotta hire.
Right.
10, or
Correct.
something like that, right? 1 per
12.
12, 1 per 12.
Yeah, I believe it's 1 per 12. I'm pretty
The more
sure.
kids we get in camp, the higher that goes.
Most minimum wage is going up.
Yeah,
Well,
plus
minimum wage
minimum
goes up
wage,
every
yeah.
year. So we always plan like on trying to do it, and then the minimum wage just normally gets us.
Rec equipment, $2,500. Rec equipment for summer equipment, $1,000, stayed the same. Rec contractual, increase of $2,000.
What falls under rec contractual?
Anything they hire out, contractual to get fixed or, repairs to the ball field and stuff that we usually take the,
Like
dirt and stuff like that out of
Spraying in the
there.
field too, right?
Yep,
Like for
that all comes
grass.
out of there. Yep. Yep. Summer camp contractual, any items they buy to go along with summer camp, that stayed the same. They're pretty good with their budget this year. Rec sponsor banners, $1,000. Beach salaries, I decreased that $3,000 because we, according to the operating statement, we did not even touch that this year. So that was a plus. Jen's usually very, very good with her budgets. Beach contractual stayed the same. The library's tentatively in there as the same.
And they're looking to raise it, but that's got.
And that has
That
nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Nope, nope. Historian stayed the same. Celebration stayed the same. Adult recreation stayed the same. Zoning salaries stayed the same.
Whose
Zoning,
salary is that?
that'd be their secretary, Trish.
Oh,
She covers that, and then when
And-
we get further down, it'll be in the planning board, yes.
right.
Their contractual stuff, I have an increase of $500 training purposes. Planning board salaries, we increased by $1,000.
That's Trish.
Yep, that's Trish as well. They're getting extremely busy. Hopefully they stay busy. Their contractual stuff, salary stayed the same. Garbage increase of $1,000 because that's not getting any cheaper either. Beautification committee stayed the same.
I don't want it to stay the same. Just
You don't want what to say, Sam?
the community beautification,
Oh, you want, what do you want there?
10.
There's no way we're gonna stay under 2%. They raised $12,000. Why can't they continue raising? I mean,
Because just like you said, when we talked about donations,
Can't count on it.
it's not, something that you can count on, and it's something that,
we'll come back to that after I get to the.
okay.
Shade trees stayed at $1,000. CAC stayed at $5,000. Emergency disaster work stayed at $1,000. State retirement increase of $4,000. Fire and police retirement increase of $2,000. Oh, hang on, no, 1,000, I'm sorry. Got myself off track here. Social security increase of $2,000.
Does that leave our fire and police?
Yeah, it's the
It's
name
really-
of the, no, it's the name of the retirement.
It's really just for the police,
Yes,
for us, yeah.
correct, correct. But it's a fire police retirement,
Right.
that's what the state calls
They're the
it.
same
Yep,
system.
yep.
Medicare.
Medicare increase of $500.
It's not much.
Nope, but we've been pretty close with that number, so. Workman's comp, an increase of $5,000. We have some nicks and claims against us this year, so we know that's gonna increase. Unemployment insurance stayed the same at 2. Medical insurance, town shared stayed at 45.
Are the rates staying the same in medical,
Yes,
you think?
yep,
Because, I don't know.
they've usually been flatlined for the most part, but a couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
they have been. We're getting down to the principal.
Mhm.
So this is the first principal is the principal on the library. That number actually needs to change to, I just got the updated thing.
Okay.
That number is gonna change to 17,599.10.
So it's going up.
Yes, the principal is higher than what the estimated.
Oh, it was 15.
Yep.
So, give me that number again,
17,599.10. $1,999.10, and that's actual number.
So that's the principal on the library.
Yep,
Okay, we were just trying to figure out what the heck that number was.
and then go down to
Eight
the
Main is paid off?
yes, well, it's gonna get better here too. You can also clear 12 North Main. That was paid in July. I just got the
So
confirmation.
that 30,000 is zero.
Yep. So that is 0.
That must make your budget a little easier to.
No, because I'm gonna get into it here.
Save the best.
We're gonna spend
So
$30,000,
we're-
5 different.
Interest rate, that number is reducing to, you ready?
This is on the library.
Yep. You ready? 15258.16. And though that again is actual numbers. Okay. Then go down to the interest, the 1,400, you can erase that from there.
Got paid off.
Yes,
So that's 0.
okay, so that brings your total appropriation for that to 168,457. 26. I forgot the 0 here.
Wait a minute.
Hang on,
Yeah, yeah,
I forgot a
yeah,
0
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, we
Hang on,
don't have
hang
One
on,
more
hang on.
number.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Well, it should just be
I mean,
31. Or 31,400 minus that number right there, right? 6,
You calculator.
4,
You go.
3, 6. Got a 5 or a 6. So it's a 6. So, one, 1,636,384.66. What I got. Now minus 31 or 30 or.
I had 1670258.43.
Wait, you added or subtracted to that number? Shouldn't you have subtracted it when it came out? Sorry.
You're not writing it down in your positive.
No, stand by. Wait a second. So you gotta actually take, cause that number was added, so you gotta take the 17,599.10. Let's subtract the 4, which would be the 25.33. So the new, here's the way you gotta do that, and the principal and the first principal, that increased, so you take the 17,599.10 and you subtract the 15125.33. So that line item is an increase of 2473.77. Then you have this number decreased from 1659.33 decreased to 15258.16 equals, so that's 801 difference. So that equals 17 plus the 2473.77 equals 3274 94 increase, and then you subtract the 31,400 from that number.
Mhm.
1,667,784.66 equals 1670, subtract 31,400. 1,639,659.60. Check that.
Mhm. $28,125, that's not.
Did you do this one, Karen? You gotta subtract that this was not this, it's the 50.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, no, Clover did, but he came.
Do you have the calculator
Just
in the
doing
desktop
that.
work better?
16.
When it makes noise.
I could make it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
28, 125.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you've got, what's the official number now?
1,639,659.60.
Actual.
That's the actual appropriation.
All right, there it is.
Subtract, we got, I need to go back. Since we changed that number. So when you subtract your revenue from that, you come up with 1,282,159.6.
This is the amount to be raised?
Nope, that's
Appropriate fund
just your,
balance.
that's your revenue subtract from that. Okay, I'm throwing that number out there. It's not on that sheet, Kevin, but if you wanna write it somewhere else, just so you have this number.
Okay,
You ready?
Yeah.
1,282,159.60.
1282.
159.60. Okay,
and what's the title of that again? That is the,
that's your appropriation,
Appropriation.
subtract your revenue.
all right.
So, this is what we have to talk about. I have to get it to work with the 2% number. The budget I handed you was with an appropriation with a fund balance of bringing a fund balance of 268,077.41. Ideally, that number needs to be around 187.
What do you have from the fund balance?
Yes.
So you're going to cut 80,000. 79.
So you got that number written down. Let's go through the rest of the budget. We're gonna come back to that number. Okay, we're gonna come back to that section when we get to the end. When we have the total figures. Okay, because that's at the end of this budget, but let's continue on with the rest of the line items in this budget. All right? Okay. Highway revenue line items. Their interest and earnings stayed the same. Scrap stale surplus scrap stayed the same. That's an estimated price, because who knows whether that's gonna plummet, whether that's gonna increase, so that's a safe number. Unclassified revenues, if they sell anything, it's $1,000, that stayed about the same. Their CHIPS state aid increased by $26,000 for next year,
Where are we?
so that's huge.
Chips, thank you.
3501 we're on.
How does he find that out?
State gives them a figure,
Okay,
so they fill out all their paperwork for their current money that they use for this year. And then
They get
comes
that.
back. Unallocated insurance stayed the same. The general repairs, salary stayed the same. General repairs equipment stayed the same. General repairs contractual stayed the same. General repairs contractual uniforms and stuff, that stayed the same. Permanent improvement equipment, that increased by $10,000.
how do you come up with that?
I did not, that's the figure I got from Carl.
This is
Okay.
Carl's budget. This is. where
Because
Carl-
the-
Submitted, okay,
Yes.
Cause
Yep.
the year to date was 92K. So he did.
Would that be with the truck, the new truck, would that be in that figure or no?
He could have placed that in that figure. The very good
Truck that
possibility.
we've been waiting
The
on
track
for the last
that we
4
may
years.
never see.
Yeah, that's been under contract for 4 years.
that's unbelievable to me.
We do own everything on that truck except for the truck itself. Cause we've already purchased the plow, we've already purchased the bed.
By the time they produce that truck, that stuff might not fit.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
You looking for,
I'm looking for year to date on
okay, so that's five,
the permanent improvement.
yep, that's
It's
5-1.
5112.
That would be under,
There it is.
what page are you under?
6.
Yep,
Where am I?
I was gonna say.
they're up to
this-
167,324. They've used. Or wait a minute, no, I'm sorry, they used 92, they have 167 left. Oh, you know what?
So,
That's their CHIPS money.
oh, so that's why it's so high and they haven't used,
Yep,
okay. That's not the truck.
that's not the truck, that's their chip money, I'm sorry.
Okay.
In that 270?
So
Yeah.
that was at 260, right, there's the 260 and now it's going up to 270.
Yep.
Okay,
There's a very good chance that they have money left over from this year too, that they'll be rolling into. As well.
that's good.
Machinery, equipment. Stayed the same. Machinery contractual, repairs. Stayed the same. Brush and weeds, salaries stayed the same.
Yeah, so how is this brush and weeds different from the other brush and weeds?
One is for the town.
One is for the towns,
highway.
one's for the highway.
Yeah.
So anything on the town properties,
Oh, got it, okay.
Right.
brush and weeds, miscellaneous, contractual. $5,000 increase. This is for, tree removal, tree cutting down. We spent quite a bit of money this year. Town property wise.
Mhm.
Snow removal salaries, increase of $1,460. He's predicting, obviously, that we're gonna get some snow this year.
That,
Snow contractual, repairs to plows, stuff like that. Increase, or stayed the same, sorry. State retirement stayed the same. Social Security, town share stayed the same. Medicare stayed the same. Unemployment
Are
insurance
we
stayed the
confident
same.
that that's gonna stay the same?
Yeah,
I'm just worried about these costs going up.
Reasonable concern.
medical insurance for the town stayed the same. Everything else is zeroed out because we paid the tractor off in 2024.
That's what the bond was for?
Yes. Yep. Total appropriations of 986,462. Revenue of 292,500. Appropriation from fund balance $93,962. And amount to be raised 600,000.
And so the revenue figure, that's the CHIPS figure?
That's all the revenue line items in that, the
Okay.
total of the total revenue in the previous page,
Highway,
yes.
including CHIPS.
Yeah.
Yes, the chips
It's
figure
all
is the
part of
revenue.
the other.
On to the lighting district. That stayed the same. We're pretty hefty on that number, so we should be able to withstand an increase from Central Hudson, which we all know we're gonna get. I don't think it's ever gonna stop.
Can the town buy stock in Central Hudson?
Yeah. Water department. Water meter sales increased. Approximately 3,800 bucks. Interest earnings $1,500. Stayed the same. Rental of real property. Stayed the same.
What real property do we own?
We,
I believe that's the
the one we're behind.
tower and where the cell phone tower is.
Oh, it's not the garage, the water garage?
No, because
That's us.
We own it, right?
Yeah.
But don't we own where the tower is? Cause don't
Yeah,
people
that's
pay?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
okay.
the cell phone tower.
So cell phone tower and what else?
That's in the water department.
We
And that's what we earn.
rent that to the water department?
No, this is the water department that we're in. They rent
Yeah.
it to the, they own that property.
Right, so they just
So the
rent,
tower's
that's the
on
only
it.
thing,
So that's
they
their
rent it to
revenue.
the cell
Yeah.
tower.
Unclassified revenue stayed the same. MTA tax, we no longer have that. Administration salaries. Increase of $1,300.
Is that for Deb and Ray or just Ray?
Devin, right? Contractual increase from 16,700 to 19,500. There's gonna be some repairs, obviously, he's taking account for that. Source power pump contractual that had a slight increase of $300.
362.
Purification had an increase of $50. Purification contractual stayed the same. Transmission and distribution contractual stayed the same. Miscellaneous stayed the same. Social Security stayed the same. Medicare stayed the same. Principal stayed the same. Interest decreased on their bond they have on their water repair. So appropriations were 155,661. Revenue brought in was 121,021. Appropriated fund balance of $997. Amount to be raised $33,643.00. So there's no increase on that end.
So now we have to fix these numbers.
So we're going back to anything on any of the rest of that. Before we go back up top. We're gonna have to do some stuff there.
And these all stayed the same except for town clerk. Is that correct?
Yeah, but that's all changing the organization. So ultimately, you're not, it's just the salaries that we have to submit to the county.
Yeah.
So that's, just give me a minute just to my
Fancy math?
appropriation change here. Six.
No. One.
Corner.
Put an iron post there. So
We need a bollard. We need a bollard.
it's been hit before.
Mhm.
Been hit many times before, hasn't it?
Some worse than others. This one is pretty bad.
How late?
4 AM. Something like that.
Did you?
Five. Is that 5 o'clock?
They've been having it by, I don't know. No, I didn't hear it, which is amazing.
I was there
Was it blue?
online.
No.
None of us.
So our new appropriation total as is. As it sits right now,
Are you on the
last page, yep,
Oh,
Sure.
two,
hold on a second.
yep,
Grand total.
Okay,
nope, yeah, your grand total appropriation, yep. Everybody ready?
grant
No.
total appropriation,
Oh,
all right,
what's
it's
the-
currently 2,839, that
Yep.
one.
Okay.
All right,
Alright, is 28117. 82.60.
It was 60 cents.
What was it, 117, what's the last?
82.60.
What do we have in? I don't want the fund, like our fund balance.
I don't have the exact figure.
Cause you just don't wanna take that much out, right? Is that
Correct,
what-
that is
okay.
correct.
Alright, but I just wanna know what the number is like beforehand, cause.
Mhm.
You know, should at least be in my eyes, a half to.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
that's what the
half,
ideal is,
yeah,
a
you know
half,
what I mean, like you
yeah,
want half.
6 months.
Yeah, so.
6 months, that is correct. So. As of right now, with the current way it's set up, our amount to be raised is 1,677,725.19.
Go over that one more time.
6,
77
7.
725.19. Okay, so our cap is 1,740,000.
Well, the number you just gave us.
Is that with the 2%?
We're under right now. That's the 2% and the growth factor.
So we're good.
We are good. However, that that fund balance, I want to drop that number.
Oh, that's the one, that's where you want to go back.
Yes, so you'll be adding to that number by dropping that number.
So what's the total that we do have in the fund balance? Cause are you dropping
around-
it to keep it
It's
at
around
half?
5.
So it's around 5, could we drop it to, can we do the 250 and go 18? Take 18,000 out of that? That'll bring you to 250.
18,000 out of this 268,
My-
you mean?
My proposal would be to drop that down to the 187.
So you
And
wanna
we
take
still have-
$100,000 out like off of that and leave
No, it'd be about
350?
A little less than 100.
350. Instead
So-
of 250.
so let me,
I'm just using a roundabout number so you don't have to go into
Yeah.
the cents.
Listen, 19 cents.
Yeah, well, I know, I got you, but like for today's purpose, it's the 19 cents.
so you're taking 81,077.41. So you'd actually add that to your 1,677,725.19.
So what do you want that number to be, the 268, what do you want it?
187.
You want it to be 187.
So if you put that. So subtracting that number down, that brings you to 175,880,260, which is over the cap number by 18,000. So we can add 18,000 back to that, leave that number at 2, and then we'll be right there.
I mean, do we leave
No,
it
you're-
like that
say
for
you're-
today and
You're
then?
you're adding 18,000 back to the 187.
Yep.
Do we leave that for today and we all come back next month battling with what we want?
Well, you're gonna,
No, I get what you're saying, but like, yeah,
you're gonna come back Thursday.
okay, yeah, so Thursday with it, alright.
So that'd be 205.
Do
Out
we
of the
need to
fund
make the
balance.
motion to go over the tax cap this?
Well, we should-
Yeah,
Yeah, well, no, we
Yes,
do it, but I'm
correct.
just saying, is this the meeting that we should do it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Yep.
just-
Yeah,
So that we gotta
Thursday.
make that motion,
All right, so I'm
exceed the 2%.
saying 000 plus 8.
No, cause last year you guys didn't.
Yeah.
So then this number is gonna be 205.
205,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
So we're all in agreement that we are gonna do that, right? Cause last time, you guys didn't know what.
We didn't know what.
Oh, yeah, okay, so
And
we
then
are,
we
okay.
all-
205 is
No,
the
okay.
appropriated fund
No, and
balance.
That's the proposal, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it, I just wanna make sure everybody knows.
So just for those in the community, we always have to pass a resolution to go over the cap, just in case, and then you just throw it out.
Even if we don't have the like intention
Yeah.
of doing it, it's just so we
Right.
do make a budget
It's
that is over
safety.
it, yeah, it's so we don't get.
Safety factor.
Last time we read that in the paper, the way they wrote that made it look like
Correct.
we're
That we
raising
were gonna pierce
taxes.
it.
That
Yeah,
is correct.
yeah,
And that's why people freaked out.
yeah.
And it's not a true 2%, it's with the growth factor added into it and all that stuff, plus your pilot gets added into it on the comptroller's calculator. So. But they call it a 2% cap.
So when do you want to talk about budget lines?
We can
Now,
do that.
do it now or you wanna do it on Thursday?
We can do both. Doesn't matter to me, but so,
Basically, we're concentrating on ours, correct? The highway, everybody's good with the highway, everybody's good with the water and all that.
I am.
Yes.
Um. So the pitch from the committee, the beautification committee is, there are a lot of, positive projects that happened, in a short period of time. And, the committee raised $13,420 in donations. The budget line was $5,000. So the committee is left with probably a zero budget balance by the end, right? You probably know.
$400 and change.
And if we move that, the cost of half of one of a trash can or something to the appropriate line, which was the beautification line and not the donation line, because the donors don't want to pay for garbage cans, they want to pay for other things.
But we paid for the garbage can.
We did, but it was inadvertently, it was half of it was charged to the donation line. So that's gonna be corrected. It wasn't corrected in this month's, in the September statement, but in the near future. My hope is that it'll be corrected. But so there's still donation money left. They have to pay half of the lamppost painting out of that. So probably the balance on the donation line is gonna be about 4,800.
Sounds about right.
So it seems that if the committee is going to continue their momentum, and my sense is that they're very motivated to do lots of projects, that the budget line needs to increase, because we all agree that we can't count on whatever the donations are going to be. And especially because this was the first time, I believe, that the beautification committee solicited donations and was that successful, right? I don't think they solicited donations ever, but, so, from a fundraising point of view, the first time you solicit donations is always gonna be your most successful. Cause then you hit the same people, and they're like, okay, thanks a lot, we gave last year kind of thing, So I don't think that we can count on the donations being as generous for next year. They have several projects that they want to do. They want to do the sidewalk, improve the sidewalk in the park. They want to work with the CAC to do some trees along, the Church Street.
We have a shade tree, like we have a tree on.
$1,000? Okay, there's one tree, maybe.
How big are you putting in these trees?
I don't know the cost yet.
Where you-
Let me just tell you some of
Okay.
the projects.
Where are you gonna put them on Church Street though?
Well, there was
Because
a,
you have sidewalk and then you have street.
you have grass in between the sidewalk and the curb.
Yeah, but there's no place for roots, there's concrete right underneath that, there's no place for
Well-
roots to grow.
Their point is they do it there are other towns that have lovely tree-lined sidewalks. I think you could probably, and with the help of the CAC, maybe they could identify trees that are not gonna,
Yeah,
you know,
but like that little
grow.
spot that you're talking about, like that pebble strip is what my grandfather used to call it. There's concrete underneath that, like in that whole thing, so a tree,
There is nowhere.
there's nowhere for the roots to go.
Because
It's
even
a
though there's a
curb
curb.
and a
he's saying-
sidewalk.
I think we're just
That's
asking
pretty
for
narrow.
trouble and trees with with the sidewalks and everything.
And then you get onto private.
So there was in
Property.
2014, there was a whole study done and a rendering of what the town,
Brian Coons,
the town center would look like, right?
yeah.
And there were trees. So I'm saying.
They were
somebody-
also shrinking the size of the road. They were bringing the sides where you can
They were
park.
to narrow the road.
They were
down.
narrowing the roads down.
Oh, okay, I'm
Make it
unaware of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just putting it out there, trees, okay?
Uh,
And,
Add to sidewalks, cause you're needing sidewalk improvements.
right. And then, improving the signs, we've talked about this in a couple of meetings, so the signs, welcome to Pine Plains, and creating the back of that sign that says something like, thanks for coming, come again. You know how a lot of towns have the two sides. And then also if the town hall project is gonna move forward, the committee feels like they would like to have an impact on with what the particularly the outside of the town hall should look like, plantings, landscaping, whatever like that.
Well, that wouldn't come out of their budgets either. That would be part of the whole package is us doing the town hall.
They don't, yeah.
That would be one lump sum package. We're gonna do the town hall. We're gonna do everything right in that package.
Okay,
I don't think we should divide it up as far as the town hall. We do it, we should do it
Yeah, no,
completely
it should be a
from,
landscape, like,
done.
when we get our proposal, there should be a whole landscape like thing for us.
got it. I think that it would behoove us to interface with the CAC and what kinds of plantings
Oh,
there should be.
that's not-
And also the beautification.
I'm talking about
It's not
as far as
coming out of their
cost.
line.
As far as cost.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
coming out of their
yes,
line.
that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
So those are just some of the things that they've talked about in a meeting as recent as a week ago. So, that's my pitch to increase the budget line, and the committee has taken on a couple of projects that I think assist the town and have paid for things that the town doesn't have to dig into their ground maintenance and grounds for. An example is painting the light posts, we split that 50-50, right? They donated $1,000 to the library landscaping, and the community center. So just saying. We're requesting an increase in the budget line for them.
I mean, with the leftover that you have plus the 5,000, that's almost a $10,000 that you guys are starting at this year though, right? 98. So I mean, why don't you go with that and see how that works out for the year, and then maybe next year you see like what they're actually spending. It went up. Then 2,000 and you guys spent it all.
I don't know, the beautification committee has been very active and trying very hard to make Pine Plains look better, and I think they will use it. They're requesting it. They're very active. One of the most active organizations.
I get you, but the town, I mean, you can always find the money in the budget though, around the year, if it's a good, you know what I mean? If the project's there, you can find the money in the budget, in my opinion. I mean, $1,000.
I don't know, this year we had to work awfully hard for beautification committee to get 2 garbage cans. It took a
I
lot.
got them, they got all,
It took 6 months to get 2 garbage cans.
they also wanted 2 that were $1,400 at one point. Yep. The first 2 they gave us were $1,400 a piece. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Not what it ended up being.
Yeah, that's not what it ended up being, but their first request was a $1,400 garbage can. You know what I mean? And that's,
If that's a moot point, we did not spend $1,400 on any garbage can.
I'm just putting it out there.
Regardless of what they ask for, you start somewhere.
And
And they ended up in a reasonable spot, so that's, like she said, a moot point, but.
And I just,
we don't have to make any decisions tonight either way.
clearly the sidewalk, if we improve the sidewalk in the park, I don't know what that estimate's gonna be, but that's gonna be a high ticket
Well,
item.
you can
That could
You
go
can
to the
take that,
town
you can
without
take that
a
right out, because we have sidewalk money
In the 26.
in the 26.
That's not enough. You have $30,000. The sidewalk repair
It's
from
47.
Precision is
Correct.
47
But we're
That's
also
just a
gonna
repair.
we're also gonna apply for grants for that,
for,
for
yeah,
repairing the sidewalks.
right, but
And you,
that's
you
not guaranteed.
most like, yeah, that's a
not
high,
guaranteed.
I bet you that's high on the, we probably would get that.
And that's just gonna repair existing, bit parts of the sidewalk. There are, in the study, they identified, segments of sidewalk that could not be repaired, would have to be replaced by another entity, which is very expensive. And so that doesn't even come close to including improving the sidewalk in the park,
Why did we even put the sidewalks the way they are in the park right now?
because they ran out of money. Is that not, it was before my time?
No, they
I asked
wanted
that
the
question,
crushed stone
and they ran out of
originally.
money.
That was their idea with the crushed stone originally.
Okay,
But it's not even ADA.
no,
Then it never, like, that's where Don was, like, from the beginning, that's what they wanted the rustic look with.
so
the-
you can do a hard surface sidewalk without doing a concrete sidewalk that is ADA compliant if it is a hard enough surface. That gravel is not, and it's also not wide enough. And it also has weeds growing in it, which looks terrible.
I'm not saying it doesn't. The whole sidewalk area in that area looks horrible. It looked horrible from the beginning. It
So
just.
I'm not saying that that sidewalk has to be either, it shouldn't be, in my opinion. It shouldn't be asphalt, it shouldn't be concrete, it should be some, impervious hard surface that is ADA compliant. So it could be, it could be item 4, it can be,
It's item 4 right now.
No,
that's not item 4.
that's
The
I
blue
mean-
stone,
gravel,
blue
yeah.
stone.
You
It's
can't,
not item 4,
you can't run a wheelchair over it,
not easily anyway.
yeah.
And, so. I mean, it could be pavers, it could, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's not gonna be cheap. The cheapest thing would be to probably do item 4. But it would have to be widened.
Well, that extra, I can tell you right now, with rate and everything, that extra $5,000, even with their whole budget of $10,000, they're not gonna be putting sidewalks in there for $10,000. It's gonna be a lot more than that.
Even if it's just, even if it's item 4.
If you had to widen it to make it 88, compliant.
Yeah, you have to widen it a little bit.
You'd probably be close to $5,000 if it was item 4,
Just.
Yeah, so there you
just in
go.
that.
That's why we need it. That's why they need it.
Food for thought. Anyone else?
So next step,
How do you feel about it being ADA compliant?
It needs to be ADA compliant, but I can't justify doubling that, the beautification committee's budget from $5,000 to $10,000 in 1 year.
I agree with you, Bobby.
I just, in this time in this age that we're in, I can't see doubling it that much at one shot.
what would it take to make that ADA compliant?
Well, it has to fit a wheelchair, and right now.
It has
So
to-
that's.
You know, look
It has to be wider and it has to be a solid
At
surface.
Thompson Pond, they have, it's
Yeah.
gravel in there, it's ADA compliant, it's compacted, it's a finer stone, brains like mad, doesn't seem to affect it. And I can't believe that it
Was
would
it
be.
packed enough in the middle of town? Like, did they like leave it loose, like for the look and aesthetic at first and like not run a tamper
No, it's a
over?
coarser stone, it doesn't pack.
Yeah,
Alright, let me ask this question. If. I'll go through this, if I can find you $5,000. For that, we earmarking it for sidewalks
in the park.
in the park?
I could get on board with that.
If we're gonna
Right,
earmark it,
different
I will
thing.
find you $5,000. If we're gonna earmark it for sidewalks in the park. They need to be done, I agree, they need to be done,
I agree.
Seems reasonable.
If that's.
but I'm
gonna
not
happen,
just gonna write a blank check. Or to say it's gonna be for sidewalks and then it gets used for something else with that high of an increase.
I think that sounds reasonable. I'll bring it to the committee.
So.
That I'm in agreement with, because the sidewalks do need to be replaced.
You get us all.
Something needs to be done in
You
there.
can get them to agree with that, you get us all.
Okay,
Yep, I don't,
what I do, I mediate.
No, I got you, like, It's for the sidewalk, it's for the town, like, you can't get a wheelchair through there, you can't get a stroller, like, I remember like the stroller wheels were like. you
Right.
Ride on the metal things, like,
Right.
it's just annoying, so.
So we meet on Thursday for our regular meeting. Are we gonna discuss this some more then?
We can discuss this some more, yeah, because we'll have to accept the tentative budget as the preliminary budget.
On Thursday, we have to accept it?
Yep,
Mhm.
because we'll have to vote on a final budget in November's meeting,
Yeah.
which will be changing the date of November's meeting because of where it lands.
Yeah,
It
it
lands
has to
after
fall
the,
at a certain time.
yep,
So then the preliminary budget is gonna reflect that increase in that line?
I will,
By
I
Thursday.
told you I will find you the $5,000 by Thursday.
Yeah, but it won't be $10,000 in the beautification line, it would be like a sub line
It'll
of
be
the.
5,000
right, of
there
the
and
5,000,
5,000.
It'll be in the beautification line with a sub line
Okay.
that says sidewalks,
Park sidewalks,
parks. Yes,
okay,
yes.
so I have, I got a little bit less than 48 hours to negotiate that.
So it'll be like a 8510.2 underneath their line or something like that. I don't exactly know how Corinna's got these numbers, but it'll be a sub off that.
Okay,
Just like you see here with the rec, has the 7140.2 and then they go to 0.4.
mm-hmm.
It'll be something like that. But yes,
Make a motion with adjourn.
can I get a second?
Second.